Hello guys, so here we are. I decided to make I hope it's going to be a small video. I don't know how it can be small. This is an urgent matter and I decided because I received even further information yesterday and I went through it and I would like to share with you. So it's basically about the European Green Pass, which is the passport. And I'll give you some background and I'll tell you what's the action you can take right now. If you feel in your heart this is not the right way for humanity to move on. To me, I feel it in my heart. This is not the solution. It's going to create issues, and I think anything that places into categories creates eventually discrimination. Okay, so let me give you some background. So this is not only for Europe, this is also for United States, but it was like some time ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, that I actually felt that the passport was going to move ahead quicker in Europe than in US, which is what's happening because the voting is going to happen next week. So if Europe moves ahead with it, this is going to be an issue for US as well. Now, I think part of the story here is like in Europe, we have passports already, which is for traveling. So we are very familiarized with the word passport. So if you say to a European, look, we're going to have another passport, which is going to be the green passport, which is going to be showing your vaccinations and your health status, whatever it's to be there, digitalized. It's not something completely foreign to us. But for the Americans, it's completely foreign. So I guess they're going to have, they may have a bit more resistance to go with it just because they are not familiar with it. For us, it's another passport, which is not at all similar to the passport we have for traveling. Imagine, this is for all of us, but imagine if in our identification card, which at the time in the past was a big issue because it would say, what is your religion? And imagine that if at specific portals, like rather than your name and your nationality, guards and police can actually see which is your religion, which is your health status, what is it that is happening to you. This is like a complete digital file for you. And they can, at some point, they may choose to give you a pass or not according to your status. I want you to think for a second what that may mean. Okay, so let me give you some background and some information in relation to this passport I'm talking about. So the background. The European Parliament will vote next week on a digital green pass that people would be required to present as proof they have been vaccinated or tested negative for COVID. The pass would be required for travel between EU countries. Anyone traveling from outside the EU could also be required to present an equivalent pass. The proposed Green Pass would include information on the brand of the vaccine a person received, date and place of inoculation, and the number of doses administered, as well as information from a lab or hospital confirming negative test results. EU members have already agreed on technical specifications for the digital pass, and plans are underway to launch a pilot phase in early summer. So, take action. Stop the EU Green Pass. The Children's Health Defense is asking people in the United States and European Union to call members of the European Parliament and ask them to reject the digital certificate requiring travelers to show proof of vaccination or negative COVID test. Doctors for COVID Ethics this week issued notices of liability for vaccine harms and deaths, serving this individually to all members of the European Parliament. Now, it's your turn to help. So what they did is that they put a list of the MEPs, which is like the members or in the European Parliament, that we can contact to tell them that we don't want the green pass, we don't like it. So here I have two lists. One contains their numbers that you can contact them, and another one it has the social media accounts. From what I saw, it's mostly Facebook. So what I can tell you here now is that there are many countries here like Poland, Bulgaria, Italy, so you can go through the list and find out which is relating to your country. So here I saw that we have one for Greece, Nikos Andoulakis. He represents PASOK Kinal, and we have the email and we have his Facebook account. So anybody interested, you're going to see in the list. I'll put actually his contact, so you can contact him if you don't want the passport to move ahead. I also read the letter that Robert F. Kennedy, which is the chairman of the Children's Health Defense, that sent to the European Parliament. I'm just thinking if you would like me to read it, or if I just put it underneath so you can go through it. So it says, with dear members of the European Parliament, we write as the chair of Children's Health Defense, a non-profit based in the United States and president of CHD-Europe. Our global advocacy organization seeks to protect children's health through exposing causes of ill health and bringing to justice those that are harming their health. We are deeply concerned by the unintended consequences of the COVID crisis, including how they affect children worldwide. We oppose the Parliament's adoption of the Green Pass, which is the digital green certificate introduced March 17, 2021, with proposal COM 2021-130, without thorough, vigorous debate. While the intent of the Green Pass is to facilitate travel during the COVID-19 pandemic, we fear it will do the exact opposite. It will stifle travel and human interaction. And he continues. So I will put the list where you can contact according to your country, and if you feel called to do that. And I will actually try to put also the letter of Kennedy to the EU Parliament. Guys, what's happening is not only for one country, it's not just for Europe, it's not just for US. This is a global action that eventually is going to be implemented across the globe. So it doesn't matter where you are, and if this is something that is going to hit you next month, in the summer, or next year. We are all together in this. This is calling for collective action. So although we are responsible for our own choices and our own decisions, you need to remember we are not alone, and each one taking action affects, it's like a hologram. We affect the collective. Okay, this is what I wanted to share with you today.